called my son a homewrecker for being the other guy in an affair. He said I don't have the right to lecture him because I cheated with a married man. A few days ago son, 17, recently got into a fight with a guy, 19, because of a girl, 18, my son is now dating. From what I gathered when I started asking questions, the girl used to be the guy's girlfriend. My son is her coworker and they were having sex while she was dating the other guy. She told my son she was gonna break up with her boyfriend for him, and my son encouraged her to and told her about how better he is. I yelled and screamed at my son louder than I ever have. I kept saying to him, people like you are called homewreckers. Is that what you want to be? And he told me that I have no room to talk. He told me that he saw my messages to my old friend when he was using my phone. He repeated an old text that I had sent aloud, bringing me around your family? What if someone told your wife? Then he added you were messing with a married man. And that's why dad left. You guys patched it up. Then you cheated again. He left again. He's back. Same cycle. Why worry about my relationships when yours is toxic? And you don't even care how it affects me because every time I say I think you guys need to divorce you tell me to mind my business. So now I'm asking you to mind yours. I didn't say anything else to him. I just left. I started crying because I was really upset with how he spoke to me. Yes, I've been cheating on his dad, but his dad cheated on me when he was a baby. I was taking care of a newborn alone while he was cheating. And he cheated again when my son was 8. We've just been having reoccurring problems and it's all a mess. But we don't divorce because we love each other at the end of the day. But, despite what I have done, despite what my husband has done, my son is much better and I don't want him to stooping so low. If this girl was having sex with him while she was dating someone, does he realize that she is gonna do the same thing to him now that they're dating? Frown sigh. I wish we were better examples for him. Actually, I agree with the son, you really have no foot to stand on. Really upset with how he spoke to you? You and your husband are awful examples and you have no moral credibility to be lecturing him. You deserve to be talked down to. Especially if you are currently cheating on his dad. Now, that might be a typo on your part. I don't know. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt if you say that was an error, but, regardless, it's quite obvious you and your husband have some kind of petty codependency dynamic. As in, he cheats, you cheat more, he cheats more, and so on, but you can't leave each other for whatever damn reason. Grow up and make yourself worthy of your son's respect, don't just assume it because you are his mother. And tell his dad to do the same thing. Let's be honest here. What is really hurting you is that you heard some home truths from someone closer to home and probably realized what you and your husband had done to each other and possibly other families. Your son is old enough to understand if you explain to him the past and why he has to learn to be different even if the parents have major faults. At the end of the day you recognized them and owned up. Maybe this is a wake-up call for you and your SO to drop any AP if you both got any. It's still not late to make amends and we are at the end of the day only human and do make mistakes. What is important is what we do and learn from them. Good luck to you all. Folded hands. It sounds like he was paying attention and grew up to be just like his parents. This is why if the cheater is not remorseful and there's a chance it'll happen again, is better to go separate ways. Children see everything, they might not understand everything but is seared in their minds forever. Never stay for the kids, it does them more harm than good. He is gonna continue the cycle you started unless you sat down and talk with him, tell him the full story, otherwise he will only blame you and think every girl cheats. What would the full story change? The son grew up in a house where morality is a foreign word. He knows that at least one of his parents is a serial cheater, and a homewrecker. OP cheated with a married man. The full story will just reinforce what he already knows about his parents. OP and her husband messed up in a huge way. And now she is surprised because her son grew up to be like his parents. Who would have thought? Well, explaining to him why it's not okay to cheat will help him decide what he should do in the future, because the way I see it he is going to continue what his parents did, and that is he or she will cheat next. If he or she will get revenge by cheating, the cycle won't stop. At least now he will have a clarity of whether he should continue or stop the cycle, The parents should focus on him and their own marriage instead of the GF, so even if she cheats they can have his back, and if the cheating continues they might as well open up their marriage. The main issue here is that the son is old enough to not care about a bullcrap explanation. They can tell him that cheating is wrong all they want. But action speaks far louder than words. And because of their actions, both OP and her husband have no standing to lecture anyone. No one would ever take them seriously. Least of all the son that had to grow up in a completely unhealthy family they created. At least he will understand why his mother cheated both times, then he might decide not to follow his parents' mistake. People should learn from their mistakes and others' mistakes and not repeat them. This might be his chance of stopping the cycle. They should be teaching their son to learn from their mistakes. They failed at teaching all that. Miserably. Only actions can fix that. Unless OP, and the husband, take the proper steps to create a healthy relationship, nothing will change. Full disclosure will only have two outcomes. OP will feel less guilty and the son will know that he doesn't have a parent that is a terrible human being that shouldn't be in a relationship. He has two of them. Well, it will better the relationship between her and her son at the very least, and now she can take this opportunity to teach him from her mistakes. My father thinks me and my stepmom have some romance going on together, and this situation ruins me. Cause of many circumstances, my father and my stepmom live in my apartment with me right now, and it's the only way for some more time. Me and my stepmom have quite nice relationship, so as I have with my father. There are problems between them, but nothing really bad, as for I know. Thing is, few days ago, father started to act crazy whenever my stepmom talks to me, or comes to my room. He didn't explicitly say that he thinks me and my stepmom are having an affair, but I know him too good to feel it. For example, when she comes to my room to tell me what to get her in market, he blasts in immediately, even asks what are you two talking about. He even blasts in when I talk on phone to someone, and when he sees I'm alone in room, he's like, oh, it's you, never mind. When I have a cig on balcony, she smokes also. If we chit chat, he gets angry we chit chat. If we're quiet, he is like why so quiet? Only thing what happened, as for I know, she send me some private woman pic downloaded from internet, with like she's pretty, isn't she, and I've asked her not to send me such things anymore, cause it's inappropriate for her to send me such pictures. She may or may not have conversation with him about it. As for I know, I don't need any of such crap in my life, I just can't be blamed for something I didn't even do. I even told him he seems way too nervous, that he can open up to me. He told me he drank way too much coffee. Personally, I think that he counts with the fact that sooner or later, he will catch us in bed. And of course, that will never happen. Reddit honestly, I don't know what to do. I genuinely want them to be happy together, and therefore I'm scared of any action, but feels so unfair to be in this position. I kinda hope that sooner or later he'll realize there's nothing going on. Otherwise, is there something else I should do? Thank you. TLDR, my father thinks me and my stepmom have some romance going on together, and this situation ruins me. It sounds like his wife may have tried to start something with you. Sending you random private photos off the internet is inappropriate and weird. Your father definitely shouldn't be blaming you for this, he should be handling things with his wife directly. Their relationship may very well be strained at the moment. I would talk with your father and get to know why he's becoming so obsessive and jealous. If he believes she will cheat on him, he should be a grown-up about it and leave her. Otherwise he's putting you in the middle of a toxic relationship. Just be careful. It sounds like she may be cheating on him, just not with you. That's a possibility. Thank you for your response. Honestly, if I didn't know my father way too well, I would simply talk to him straight, but if I did that, he would tell me the same. That he is nervous with many things and it has nothing to do with me and his wife, or worse, he would gaslight me. I love my father just the way he isn't gonna be different. They have toxic relationship, in some ways, but that's just how they are. What I know for sure, this is first woman in his life he's been happy with, and I want to stay it that way. I want to stay neutral, but, as you can see, even if I do my best to stay out of it, I find myself in this situation. I am quite sure she doesn't cheat on him. What I think it could be, she tried to get his attention. In my experience, the neutral stance will always be the worst one. Even if the best relationship he's had is a toxic one, it's still toxic. Toxic spreads. If you're okay with staying neutral, allowing this to happen, and letting the stress take a toll on you, then that's what you should expect will happen. My guess, things will get worse and it will directly hurt you as a result. Thank you for your insight. My experience is exactly the opposite. Whenever I somehow meddled in other people's business, it was much worse. Still, thank you very much. Maybe plan an evening just with him and do stuff and eat what you both like. And then maybe open up to him? You could also show him the messages and perhaps tell him that you like someone, which is definitely not her, even though it might be a white lie. Thank you for your response. Simply opening up to him would not help. He'd tell me nothing's happening and it's only in my head. And I cannot even use some white lies. I know where that goes in long term. That's the funny part. I am a bland person. I would never betray my father like that, since I have excruciating anxiety attacks cause of much lighter stuff I did in my life. And yet, I find myself in such horrible situation. Have you told one of your friends? I have hardly any friends. Friendships never really worked out for me. But I have a few I could open up to. I just don't know what difference it would make. Emotional support. Believe me, it makes a difference. You need support from people who are close to you. It would make you feel better, at least I think so. Worldwide comments of the day. These BSs literally make me sick. No one ever taught them to respect themselves. These cheating spouses totally give into their affair partner. Give them everything sexually. They are used garbage. Then these BSs take them back and fool themselves that the WS is not worthless garbage. Do I give her one last chance? You've already given her one, and she flubbed it. Apparently you know she has an AP. So what the duck are you still doing there? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.